Okay, so come to your mats now. Take a nice gentle seat, cross-legged or sitting back on your heels. Begin to relax down and allow your sits bones to rest down into the earth. I'll give our bell a little chime so we can bring our mind down into our body, and we'll begin our practice. So coming to rest in a seated position, you can cross your legs, you can stack one heel in front of the other. You can even sit up on your knees and sit back on your heels. Finding what's comfortable for you. If you want to sit up on a pillow or a blanket, you're more than welcome to do that. We're going to start by really connecting down into our bodies, allowing our sits bones to connect down into the earth. If you're seated in a cross-legged, just relax your knees down. Everyone lower your shoulders down from the ears. Maybe tuck the chin slightly to lengthen through the back of the neck. Allowing your spine to lengthen up long. Imagining that you've got a string that's attached to the crown of your head that's pulling you upwards. So sitting up nice and tall, while allowing your lower body to ground down. I invite you to place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. We're going to use this position to tap into our breath. So with one hand on the heart and one hand in the belly, you can close your eyes down if that's comfortable for you. And I invite you to begin to notice your breath. Just notice the cadence of your breath. Maybe it feels a little shallow. Maybe you can begin to extend the breath on the inhale and lengthen the exhale. Feeling your belly expand into your palm as you inhale. Feeling the navel draw back to the spine on the exhale. Listening to the sound of your breath. Again, inhaling and lengthening the inhale. Feel the belly expand and lengthen the exhale. A few more breaths like this, really feeling your belly expand into the palm of your hand. Feeling your hand on your heart space. As you're ready, you can release the hands down to the ground. We're going to inhale and raise the arms up overhead. Exhale and float the hands back down. Using some movement to attach with our breath, inhaling, raising the arms. Exhaling and releasing. Twice more like this. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. On your next one, you're going to inhale, lift. And then bend the elbows and draw them into your back pockets, opening up that heart space. Once again, lifting up the arms on the inhale. Bending the elbows and allowing the elbows to drop down the back. Beautiful. Twice more. Inhale and exhale. Really lengthening the inhale and extending the exhale. From here, we're going to place the right hand on the left knee and swim the left hand behind. We're going to inhale and extend up along the spine, and exhale and take a gentle twist over to the left. Take an inhale in. Exhale, release back to center. This time taking your left hand to the right knee and your right hand behind. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine. Exhale and twist gently to the right. Waking up the spine here, allowing that energy to move up along the spine. Let's come back to center and once more each side with your breath. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to twist. Coming back to center. Inhaling, lengthening up. Exhale and twist. I just heard a nice little crack there. I always like those little cracks in the morning. Nice work, everybody. We're going to come onto all fours. So very gently placing your hands on the floor in front of you. You can uncross your legs and find a comfortable position with your hands grounded down, your knees hip-width distance apart. Your hips are stacked over the knees and the shoulders are stacked over the wrists. So finding our tabletop here, we want to spread the palms nice and wide, draw the lower belly up and in, and think one long line of energy from the tailbone out through the crown of the head. Now I want to make sure that you're pressing away from the ground here. So rather than dumping into your hands, really press firmly away and lift the front body away from the ground. Beautiful. You can keep the toes tucked or you can take the tops of the feet to the ground. Let's take a few breaths here, just feeling our core turning on, feeling the length in our back as the crown of our head reaches forward, feeling our hands rooting down into the earth, noticing that stability in our body. And on your next inhale, we're going to add a cat-cow motion. So on the inhale, we're going to drop the belly, lift the gaze, open up the heart space. And on the exhale, we're going to round the spine, drawing the pelvis under, drawing the back of the heart space up to the sky. Keep moving like this with your breath. Inhale into cow, taking the gaze up and forward. Exhale, taking the gaze down, tucking the chin, rounding the spine. Really feeling the articulation in your spine as you inhale the breath up and down along the spine. Wherever you are, we'll do one more cycle with the breath. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. Let all the exhale go. Nice work, everybody. Now take the knees as wide as the mat. Bring the toes together to touch behind you and allow your hips to sink back and down. Reach your arms forward. Walk the fingers forward. Extend from the shoulders and allow your chest and your heart space to relax down to the ground. This is our extended child's pose. So it's still an active posture here. You're reaching through the hands, reaching through the fingertips, keeping that shoulder joint stable as you relax the hips down to the ground. Maybe taking your forehead down, making a little bit more passive. A beautiful opening for our spine, for our upper back. On an inhale, we'll lift the torso and we'll walk the hands off to one side. Reaching through the crown of the head and extending the fingertips forward, reach and lower the heart space down, allowing your forehead to relax down. Feeling the breath expanding between the spaces in the rib cage. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise. We'll walk the hands off the other side of the mat. Once again, reaching through the fingertips and allowing the hips to ground down as you lower the chest down to the ground. Feeling that stretch in your side body. Reaching through those fingertips, opening up the spaces in the rib cage, breathing into them. Let's lift the torso. We'll walk the hands back to center. And from here, let's begin to walk the hands towards our legs as we tuck our toes and come up into a standing position. So rolling back onto the heels, we're going to rise up nice and slow, articulating up the spine, taking a slow zombie roll to standing. Press down so much into your feet here that it allows your spine to begin to extend upwards. Shoulders are coming onto the back last. Beautiful. When you get to the top, come to the top of your space, and we're going to find our mountain pose here. So you can set the feet apart hip width distance, or you can take the big toes together to touch, and heels are slightly separated. Relax the shoulders down, root down into the feet. Keep the knees slightly bent, and engage the lower belly so you feel your navel draw up and in. Lift up through the sternum, your heart space here lifting up, tucking the chin slightly to lengthen the back of the neck, and maybe you allow your palms to open forward. So this mountain pose here is a very active posture. We're really feeling our feet rooting down as we allow our spine to extend up, imagining that string at the top of the crown of our head pulling us upwards, and keeping our shoulder blades relaxed down the back. Take a few breaths here, just noticing the strength in this posture. Noticing the opening in the front body. Rooting down into those feet. On your next inhale, let's reach the arms up overhead. Inhale all the way to the top. Bring the palms together and exhale the palms down through heart center. Relax the arms down by your side, twice more like this. Inhale, rise up, inhale. Keep those feet grounded down. Exhale, palms down through heart center. And once more, big inhale all the way up to the top. On the exhale, we're going to begin to fold forward. So tipping from the hip, allowing the upper body to begin to relax down. Crown of the head relaxes down to the ground. Keeping your knees as bent as much as you'd like. Just allow the upper body and the spine to extend down. Placing your fingertips on the ground here for support. Feeling that stretch in your hamstrings. On the inhale, we're going to rise up halfway. Fingertips are grazing along the shins. Inhale, reach the crown of the head forward. Think flat back. Exhale and lower. Press down into the feet and rise all the way up. Taking the arms with you overhead. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Twice more like this. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into a halfway lift. Crown of the head reaches forward out to the horizon. Exhale and fold. Moving with the breath here. Press down into the feet. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Beautiful. Once more time, maybe speeding it up a bit. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press down to the feet. Root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Relax them down by your sides. Beautiful. We're moving on. We're going to begin to progress into our Sun Salutation. So beginning to inhale and raise the arms up once more. Heart space lifts up. Exhale and fold. Inhale into a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Place the hands on the ground and step back, lowering the back knee and allowing the other knee to follow. From here, we're going to spread our palms wide, finding our tabletop, tucking the toes, and we're going to lift the back of the hips into our downward dog. So beginning to press the earth away, let's lift the knees, lift the back of the hips. Lengthen through the arms, lengthen through the spine, crown of the head reaches down. You can keep the knees bent as much as you'd like. If you have any issues in your wrists, you can always remain in tabletop here, still using that force to press away from the ground. You can make fists, or you can even come down to your forearms. Still lifting the back of your hips, feeling that stretch in the hamstrings. So wherever you are, finding your downward dog, heels are drawing down to the earth. We're going to begin by lifting the left leg, bending the knee and opening up the left hip. Opening up the body towards the left. Take an inhale. Exhale and release the foot back down to the ground. This time, inhale the right leg high. Bend the knee, open the body up over to the right. Feeling that stretch in the hips. Take a big inhale. Exhale, release the foot back down to the ground. Beautiful. This time, take an inhale and lift the left leg behind you and step the left foot between your hands. So whatever it takes to get that foot up, you can even come down to kneeling and then step that left foot between your hands. We're finding our low lunge here. So front knee is stacked over the front ankle. Back knee stays grounded, keeping the toes tucked or the top of the foot on the ground. In our low lunge, you can keep your fingertips on the ground, or you can bring your fingertips to your hips. I want you to focus on drawing this left leg back into the hip socket while the front of the right hip draws forward. So this is an active posture here. We're not just dumping into the legs. We're using the strength in our core to lift us up, keep our spine nice and long, and feeling that scissoring effect between our thighs. Engaging the legs here, engaging the hips. You can inhale and raise the arms up high. Allow the shoulders to relax. Keep your heart space nice and open. Inhale. Exhale. Really feel yourself rooting down into that front foot and that back knee. Inhale. Exhale. Once more, inhale. Exhale the hands down to frame the front foot. This time I want you to tuck your back toes and lift the back knee as we find our runner's lunge. So back knee lifts, heel presses away, still keeping this front knee over the ankle. You can find a little bit of movement here in your runner's lunge, shifting forward and back maybe, stretching into the calf, stretching into the front of that right hip flexor. Beautiful. And from here, you can remain with your fingertips on the ground, or you can come with me into a high lunge. So really pressing down into that front foot, grounding and rooting down. Use the stability to lift the torso. Hands can come to hips. Let's sink the hips down slightly. You can keep this back knee bent as much as is comfortable for you, or extend the back leg and press the heel away. Focusing on drawing this left leg into the hip socket, front of the right hip drawing forward. Reach the arms up high if you'd like. Allow the shoulders to relax down. Really active posture here, activating the muscles in the legs, pressing down into those feet. Big breaths in, inhale. Exhale. Twice more, lower belly drawing up and in. One more big inhale. Exhale, release the hands back down to the ground. Nice work, everybody. From here, you can lower the back knee. We're going to come into plank or half plank. So stepping that foot back, shoulders are over the wrists for our half plank, or coming onto the toes for our plank position. Nice flat back here. Draw the lower belly up and in. Press away from the ground. We're going to lower the front body by hugging the elbows in towards the midline and allowing the front body to bend down towards the earth. Keeping the body nice and strong. Bringing the hands by the rib cage. Drawing the elbows in together across the back. Press down into the pubic bone and inhale and lift into cobra. Heart space comes forward. Gaze goes out. Take an inhale. Exhale and lower. Beautiful. From here, let's tuck the toes, keeping the knees down or firming the legs. We're going to press back into a plank. Push away from the ground to press up and lift the back of the hips for downward dog. Nice work, everybody. We're moving on to the other side. Finding our downward dog, pressing down into those hands, lengthening the spine. We're going to inhale and lift the right leg behind us. On the exhale, draw the foot between the hands, either lowering that knee and stepping through. Knee stacks over that ankle. Finding our low lunge here. Top of the back foot rests down or toes can stay tucked. You can keep your fingers down or begin to lift your torso. Drawing that right leg back into the hip socket. Front of the left hip draws forward. Creating that scissoring effect once again in the legs, keeping it really active. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Relax the shoulders down. Inhale, reach through the fingertips. Feel the length in your spine. Once more, big inhale. Exhale, release the hands down to the ground. Finding our runner's lunge. We're going to tuck the toes and lift the back knee. Pressing the back heel away and extending the back leg. You can keep your fingertips down, or you can come with me into a high lunge by lifting the torso. Hands can come to hips, or arms can raise up overhead. If you need to keep the back knee bent, that's quite fine. Finding what feels good for you here. Making sure this knee is staying over that ankle. Relaxing the shoulders and opening up that heart space. Really strong posture here. 3 big breaths in. Inhale. Exhale. Fill your belly with air. Inhale. Exhale, root down into those feet. Once more, big inhale. Maybe you take the gaze up. Exhale, release the hands back down. Coming back into plank. Grounding down through the palms. Step back for plank or knees down for half plank. We'll hug the elbows in and lower the front body for Chaturanga. Press down into the pubic bone. Relax the shoulders from the ears and inhale into Cobra, lifting the heart space. Baby back bend here, lower back down. Tuck the toes, firm the legs, press back into plank, and push back for downward dog. Nice work, everybody. Finding your downward dog here. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend the knees generously and walk the feet up towards your hands. Coming back to a forward fold, crown of the head relaxes down. Inhale into a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Press down into the feet. Root to rise all the way up. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Second round. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale and fold. Listen to your body. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale and fold. Step back for plank. Hug the elbows in together. Lower down, Chaturanga. Press down into the pubic bone. Lift the heart space for Cobra. Exhale and lower. Tuck the toes and firm the legs. Press up into plank and press back for downward dog. If this is too much on the wrists, keep the knees down. Extend into child's pose. Otherwise, from your downward dog, we're going to inhale and lift the left leg behind us. On the exhale, bend the knee and step the left foot between the hands. Right away, finding a runner's lunge here. Front knee over that front ankle. Back heel presses away, reaching through the crown of the head. You can stay with your fingers on the ground or begin to lift the torso. Hands come to hips. Sink those hips. Beautiful. Draw that left leg back into the hip socket. Inhale and reach the arms up high. Lower the shoulders down. Big breaths in here. Strengthening the legs, using the core for support. Beautiful work, everyone. On the last inhale, take the gaze up, big inhale. Exhale, lower the hands back down to the ground. We're going to come into our warrior one. So keeping those front toes forward, we're going to lower the back heel, taking the toes out on a 45-degree angle. If you need to walk that foot in slightly, no problem. Otherwise, keeping the feet about 4 to 5 feet separated. Back toes are out at a 45-degree angle. Press down into the pinky toe edge of that back foot. Lift the torso. Hands can come to hips. Beautiful. So your pelvis is facing the top right corner of the mat. Pressing down and rooting down into the back pinky toe edge of that foot. We'll inhale and reach the arms up high. Finding our warrior one right here. Another strong posture. Front knee stays over that front ankle. Big inhale. Can you feel the fire starting to light up in your legs, in your belly? Twice more. Big breaths in. Exhale. Inhale, take your gaze up. Exhale, release the hands back down. Nice work. Lift the back heel. Step back for a plank. Nice flat back. Bend the elbows and lower down for Chaturanga, lowering the front body down to the ground. Hands are by the rib cage. Press down into the pubic bone and inhale into Cobra. Exhale and lower the front body. Firm the legs. Press back into plank. And push back for downward dog. Nice work, everyone. We're moving on to the other side. So from your downward dog, you can come down to all fours if that's more comfortable for you. Otherwise, keep your knees bent as generously as you need to and lengthen through the arms. Inhale, reach the right leg behind you. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Finding our runner's lunge. Front knee over that front ankle, reaching through the crown of the head. Back heel lifts, remain with your fingertips supporting you, or lift the torso. You can reach the arms up right away. Pulling this right leg back into the hip socket, front of the left hip drawing forward, lengthening that back heel down towards the earth. Big strong posture here, opening up that heart space. 2 more big breaths in. Exhale. Once more, big inhale. Exhale. We're going to begin to lower that back heel down. You can bring your hands to your hips. Lower the back heel. Toes come out at a 45-degree angle. If you need to step the back foot in slightly, find what feels good for you. Front knee stays over that front ankle. Press down into the pinky toe edge of that foot. Your hips are facing the top left corner of the mat. Let's reach the arms up once more, finding our warrior one, opening up in the hip space. Lower the shoulders down. Big inhale. Exhale. Twice more. Feel those feet rooting down into the ground. Inhale. Exhale. Big breath up along the spine. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands back down. Step back for plank or half plank. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale into Cobra. Exhale, firm the legs, press into plank. Push back for downward dog. Lengthening the spine. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend the knees and step up towards your hands. Finding our forward fold, big toes together. Relax the crown of the head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Press down into the feet, root to rise. Inhale all the way up. Hands down through heart center. Beautiful work, everybody. One final time through. Let's inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Step back for plank or half plank. Hugging the elbows in towards the midline. Lower the front body down. Chaturanga. Press the pubic bone down. Open up the heart space. Cobra. Exhale. Tuck the toes and firm the legs. Press into plank. And press back for downward dog. Lowering the heels down to the ground, feeling that breath travel up and down the spine. Inhale, lift the back left leg. Step the left foot through the hands. From here, finding our crescent lunge. Back heel presses away as we reach the hands up overhead. Relax the shoulders down. Heart space nice and open. Back leg extended. Front leg drawing into the hip socket. Let's find our warrior one. We're going to lower the back heel. Toes are coming out at a 45-degree angle. Opening up those hips towards the front right corner of your mat. Reach the arms up high. Sink the hips. Press down into the pinky toe edge of that back foot. Find your warrior one here. Very strong, activating posture. Feeling your feet rooting down into the earth. We're going to find our warrior two. Let's take one more big breath in. On the exhale, we can lower the hands back down to our hips. This time, pivoting the back foot so that the pinky toe edge of the foot is parallel with the back of the mat, or you can keep the toes in at 45 degrees. Whatever is more comfortable for you. We're opening up the hips towards the right, extending the arms out towards opposite sides of the room, relaxing the shoulders down. Let's bring the rib cage over those hips. Come into alignment. One long line from the base of your spine up through the crown of your head. Can you feel the shake? Can you feel the energy? 2 big breaths in here. Reach through opposite sides of those rooms. Inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands back down. Lift the back heel. Step back into plank. Nice work, everybody. Hug the elbows in. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale into Cobra. Press down into the pubic bone. Exhale and lower. Tuck the toes. Press into the palms. Come back to plank. And push back for downward dog. Whew, I feel the heat. From here, we're going to extend the right leg behind us. Final side. Bend the right knee and step it between the hands. Finding our high lunge right away. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Draw the right leg into the hip socket. Back heel pressing away. Lower the shoulders down from the ears. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, begin to lower the back heel. Turning the toes out at 45 degrees. Opening up the hips towards the left top corner of the mat. Reach the arms up high. Pressing down into the pinky toe edge of that back foot. Keep the leg nice and long. Nice work, everybody. Keep breathing. Feel the stabilizing in your legs, the strength coming up from the feet. Beautiful. One more big inhale. We're going to move into our warrior two. Relax the arms down. You can bring the pinky toe edge of the back foot parallel with the back edge of the mat, or keep the toes in at 45, whatever's comfortable for you. Let's reach the arms out to opposite sides. Stack the rib cage over the hips, opening up those hips towards the left. Relax the shoulders down from the ears. Whew. Give yourselves a big smile. You're beautiful and strong in your warrior two. Sink those hips down. Twice more. Big inhales. Exhale. Fill the belly with breath. Big inhale. Exhale. Windmill the hands back down to frame the front foot. Lift the back heel. Step back for plank. Hug the elbows in. Lower down, Chaturanga. Press down into the pubic bone. Inhale into Cobra. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes, firm the legs, press into plank, and press back for downward dog. 3 big breaths in our downward dog here. Extending the arms, extending the spine, relaxing the crown of the head down. Feel the breath travel up and down the spine. Twice more. Big inhales. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees generously and begin to step towards your feet. Coming into a forward fold. Big toes together, heels separated. Relax the crown of the head. Inhale into a halfway lift. Crown of the head reaches out towards the horizon. Exhale and fold. Press down into the feet, root to rise all the way up along the spine. Reaching the hands up overhead. Exhale, the hands come down through heart center. Let's keep our hands in front of our heart for a few moments here as we find our tall mountain, as we connect with our breath, as we notice the energy coursing through our bodies. Take note of any changes in the cadence of your breath. Maybe your breath is a little bit faster. Maybe you're breathing more heavily. Take notice of where your energy is gone in your body. Maybe you can feel your legs humming. Maybe your heartbeat has quickened. We're going to begin to ground the energy back down into the body. From here, relax the arms down and inhale to lift them up. Big inhale, forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. We'll step one leg back, lower the knee. Step the opposite leg back, lower the knee. Take the tops of the feet to the floor. Bring your knees together and sit back on your heels. Coming into our hero pose. If this is not comfortable for you, you can separate the feet. You can separate the knees. Or you can sit up on a pillow or take any other seated position that is more comfortable for your body. Just finding another moment here to lengthen up through the spine, to open up that heart space, to lower the shoulders down from the ears, and to listen to our breath. As you are ready, place your hands to the floor in front of you. Unravel your legs from beneath you and extend them out in front of you. We're going to extend our right leg, bend our left knee, and take the sole of the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Making that connection between the foot and the inner thigh. We're going to flex the right toes back towards the shin. Now you can keep your fingertips out to the side and help support you as you ground down through your sits bones. You can remain here with your heart lifted, extending up along the spine. Or if you'd like to come into a seated tree pose with a forward fold, you can inhale and reach the arms up overhead. Lengthen up along the spine and exhale and begin to reach for your ankle, your shin, your foot. If you'd like to bend this bottom leg, you can keep the knee bent as much as is comfortable for you. Reaching the forehead towards the toes. Keeping length in the spine, so not rounding here. You want to reach the forehead towards the toes and keep the spine nice and long as the tailbone reaches down to the ground and the crown of the head draws forward. Breathe into the back of that right leg. Relaxing the body forward. Keeping that connection in your sits bones. As you're ready, you can begin to lift the torso, release the foot or the ankle. We'll switch sides, so extend the left leg long, bend the right knee, place the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Allow the right knee to relax down. Placing your fingertips out to the side of you, you can remain lifted with your spine lengthened. Or you can reach the arms up high, take a big inhale. Exhale and fold forward as you reach for your foot or your ankle or your shin. Maybe bending the knee if that feels good for you. Reaching the forehead towards the toes, beginning to relax the nose down towards the knee. Keeping the spine nice and long. Breathing into the back of that left leg. Keep your sits bones grounded. Spine remains nice and long. Let's take one more big inhale. Exhale, rise up and release. We'll extend both legs long, coming into a seated forward fold. If you'd like to keep your knees bent and your heels on the ground, that's perfectly fine. Or you can flex the toes back towards the shin. Lift up nice and long, up along the spine. Reach up through the fingertips, big inhale. And exhale and fold forward, reaching for your feet, for your ankles, for your shins. Crown of the head draws forward, forehead reaching towards the toes. Feeling that extension in the back of your legs and the hamstrings. Breathe into that space that you're creating. Relax your hips down to the ground and root down through your sits bones. Feel your belly expand as you inhale. Exhale. Whenever we fold, it promotes relaxation in our body. It calms the nervous system. Take a couple more breaths here. When you're ready, we can begin to rise up. We'll bend the knees and place the feet on the floor, extending the arms in front of us. We're going to relax the back down to the ground, taking it very slowly, inch by inch, until your back comes down to the ground. You can extend your legs long. We're coming into our final relaxation and meditation portion of the class. I encourage you to stay and give yourself this gift, these final moments, by finding a posture that is calming and relaxing for your body, whether that's lying down on your back with your limbs long, your legs relaxed, your arms relaxed. You can also bend the knees, keep the feet on the floor, and allow the knees to relax in towards one another. Or if you'd like, you can stay in a seated position, either cross-legged, finding any ways that you can complete your practice in a relaxing pose. We'll take these final moments to maybe close down the eyes or soften the gaze. We'll take these final moments to find any areas of tension in our body where we can relax and let go. Using the breath, sending the breath to these areas of tension. Allowing the breath to relax the body. Extending the inhale and lengthening the exhale. These final moments are a gift to yourself, where our body integrates the fruits of our practice. And your only job is to relax and let go. Just let go of any thoughts that have come up about your practice. Let go of any thoughts or judgments you might have about the rest of your day. And just allow yourself to relax in the present moment. Remaining present with your body and with your breath. Feeling the breath relaxing your body as you inhale and exhale. Using the breath to soften any areas in the body so that you can let go and relax further. I invite you now, if you'd like, to begin to focus on a mantra. Just a phrase that allows your mind to focus as you relax deeper into the moment. The mantra is, I am here, I have arrived. So on the inhale, say to yourself, I am here. On the exhale, I have arrived. Inhale, I am here. Exhale, I have arrived. Saying the mantra silently to yourself. I invite you now to release the mantra. We can begin to awaken the body by wriggling the fingers or wriggling the toes. Maybe rotating the wrists and the ankles. As you are ready, you can draw the knees into the chest if you are lying down. Maybe rocking side to side for a moment until you come to rest on one side. Press yourself up back into a seated position. You can meet me cross-legged, sitting back on your heels, or in any position that serves you. Keeping your gaze soft or your eyes closed. Let's feel our sits bones once more root down into the ground as we lift up along our spine. We are here and we have arrived. We'll take one final inhale together. Bring the arms up overhead, sharing all this energy, bringing it down through heart center, giving it to ourselves, keeping it in our hearts so we can give it to others. And I bow and say namaste to you.